Good morning to all. Welcome to Blue Stars IS Entry School. This is online class for 11th standard. Subject Commerce. Last class we have discussed about a commercial bank and functions. What are the primary functions and secondary functions? We have discussed in this. This is a continuity chapter of. This is a continuity of chapter number 12, unit number 3. Functions of commercial bank. Already we have discussed about what is meant by bank, what is meant by commercial bank, what are the things we are discussed in last class. Now we are going to see the continuity things of the commercial bank. Okay. Next, creation of credit. Creation of credit. What is meant by creation of credit? Already you have studied about what is meant by credit in accountancy. What is meant by credit? Credit is a providing loans and advances to the organization or individual person or HUF, whatever it may be. So the creation of credit, which sense means to getting the loans and advances from the banks. They are creating the credit situation to the individuals and commercial banks. Apart from the currency money issued by the RBI, the credit money is a circulating credit created by commercial bank influences the economic activities of a country to a large extent. Credit money of commercial bank is far greater in volume than the currency money. The volume of purpose, the sector to which create a credit money is to be channelized. All these are implemented by a commercial bank under RBI, guidance of RBI. இதோட கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க்கோட கிரெடிட் மணி, தட் இஸ் கமர்ஷியல் பேங்க் என்னென்னலாம் கிரெடிட் மணி ப்ரொவைட்ஸ் பண்ணுறாங்களோ பேஸ்ட் ஆன் த கைடன்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஆர்பிஐ. ஆர்பிஐ கைடன்ஸ் இல்லாமல் எந்த ஒரு கிரெடிட் மணி ரிசோர்ஸஸும் யாராலுமே பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ இட் இஸ் அன் கிரியேஷன் ஆஃப் கிரெடிட் சொல்கிறாங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட், secondary functions. What are the secondary functions? They are the different kinds of secondary functions. Before that, what are we are seeing is it is a primary function. Now we are going to see a secondary functions. A secondary functions, apart from the basis or primary functions, commercial bank recommends various other services which are known as secondary function. These services can be broadly classified into agency service and general utility service. What is meant by agency service and general utility service? We can be discussed below. Agency functions. A bank acts as a agency for a customers and providing a certain services. They are called agency functions, which are as follows. The transfer of fund. First one is a transfer of fund. Bank issues a demand draft, banker's check, traveler's check, etc. and helps in the transfer of fund from one place to another. Customer need not to carry a cash. They can just forward the draft issued by the bank to receiving the institution. A small commission is collected by the bank for the services. That is, the customer need not to carry a cash throughout the world. எங்கெங்கெல்லாம் போகிறாங்களோ அங்கெங்கெல்லாம் காசை பணத்தை எடுத்துன்னு போகணுன்னு எந்த ஒரு அவசியமும் கிடையாது. பணத்திற்கு பதிலாக இட் இஸ் ஈக்குவலன் டு த மணி. தே கேன் பி கன்வெர்டட் இன்டு எ டிராஃப்ட், டிமாண்ட் டெபாசிட்டாகவோ இல்லை செக்காகவோ என்ன பண்ணலான்னு பார்த்தோன்னா அவங்க ஈஸியாக கேரி பண்ணிட்டு போகலாம். எந்த ஒரு பயமும் இல்லாமல் கேரி பண்ணிட்டு போகலாம். இது எல்லாத்துக்குமே தே ப்ரொவைடிங் அண்ட் பேசிக் வாட் கமிஷன், ஒரு கமிஷனை வச்சு இந்த இன்ஸ்டியூஷன் பண்ணுறாங்க. இட் இஸ் அன் ஒன் ஆஃப் த ஏஜென்சிஸ் ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ். Second one, periodical payment of a premium, rent, etc. They are providing the periodical payment, that is, after the institution from the customers, banker undertakes the monthly payment of insurance premium, rent, telephone bill, etc. from the account of customers. Now the dates they can be payments are made through a electronic clearing system. Facilities offered by the bankers. That is, what is the electronic facilities? It is maybe a ATM card, or it may be a e-banking, or it may be internet banking, or it may be a Google Pay. Like that, what are the things they are providing? For that they get then a premium, that is a service tax and CST of check also. Next, collection and payment of check. Collection and payment of check, which means the behalf of the customer banks, the collection check deposited into a account of customer from another bank and depend upon a cash in the customer account. Similarly, check issued by a consumer is earned or the account is paid directly to the customer. That is, we can study the types of check, that is a crossing of check, simple crossing by the bankers, like that. அப்போ செக்குன்றது என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம எழுதி கொடுக்குற காசோலைகள், அதாவது we have to pay to some of the person, யாருக்கோ ஒருத்தவங்களுக்கு நம்ம பே பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா we can write in a check, we can send to that person. அப்போ அவங்களோட அக்கௌண்ட்டில் அது டேரெக்டாகவே போய் சேர்ந்துடும். அப்போ it is a easy form of transferring of cash. Next, acting as a executor, trustor and ordinary. Banker acts as a executor of while of consumer and implemented there will be after the death. As the trustees, the bank can take care of the fund of a customer's. Banker signs the transfer the deed of properties to the anatomy to the customer. அதாவது attorney to the customer. அதாவது திடீர்னு அந்த கன்சியூமர் வந்து அந்த கஸ்டமர் வந்து பேங்க்கோட கஸ்டமர் வந்து திடீர்னு இறக்குறாரு, அப்படி இல்லை இறந்துடுறாரு, அந்த மாதிரி டெத் சர்டிஃபிகேட்டை காட்டும் பொழுது நம்ம பேங்க் அப்ளிகேஷன் ஃபில் பண்ணும் பொழுது சப்போஸ் இன் கேஸ் ஆஃப் டெத் ஆகும் பொழுது இந்த அமௌண்ட்டை யார்கிட்ட கொடுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அதில் நேம் இருக்கும் அண்ட் ஏஜ் இருக்கும். அப்போ அப்படின்னு இருக்கும்பொழுது அந்த பர்சனுக்கிட்ட என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோன்னா they can be transfer the amount. அந்த நாமினிஸ் கிட்ட என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க பார்த்தோன்னா அந்த அமௌண்ட்டை ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபர் பண்ணிவிடுவாங்க. ஸோ பேங்க் இஸ் acting like an this types of trustees, executor and nominees. Next, conducting the share market transaction and they are making the share marketing transaction. A demat account should be opened with the depository participant and demat account should be linked with the savings bank account by the customer. Then the customer can ask the bank to conduct the online purchase or sale of the securities on behalf of him. அதாவது வந்து அவர் முன்னணியிலே they can be sell the consumer and they may be a customer with the online purchase. ஆன்லைன் பர்ச்சேஸ்க்கு என்ன பண்ணுறாங்க, they making their payment their self. So these are the transfer of making a transferability. Next, preparation of income tax returns, that is the bankers preparing the income tax account behalf of the customer, they are providing the rebate of advances of them. And dealing in foreign exchange, buying and selling of a foreign currencies the behalf of the customers, the bankers can denote as the exchange rate and as the action of a corresponding. Bank is act as a corresponding of a consumer and relieve the travel tick of a passport etc. That is, they are providing the passportation. This is also a corresponding bank. And these are the things which has been discussed by the transferring of agent. We have the 8 point in that secondary functions. We have discussed about a agency functions, transfer of fund, periodical payment of premium and rent, collection and payment of check, action as a executor, trustor and anonymous, collecting the share market of transaction, preparing of income tax returns, dealing in a foreign exchange and acts as a correspondent. These are the 8 major things of we are discussed in this class. This is a secondary function. These are the things the bank were handling to the consumers. Every day, day-to-day life activities, the consumer using then a bank. Without a bank transaction, nothing cannot be transferred in this situation. So we have to depend upon a bank situation. And thank you to all and have a nice day. Thank you to all.